Radars detect launch signatures. Weapons systems activate. 90 seconds to contact. The USS Carney picks up multiple airborne threats at 03:47 a.m. local time. 15 contacts bearing 045 degrees, range 68 kilometers, speed 180 knots. Classification: Shad 136 attack drones. Origin: Yemen territory controlled by Houthi forces. Destination: commercial shipping lane in Bab el-Mandeb Strait. This is Naval Frontline, where fleets meet first. The Carney is an Arleigh Burke-class destroyer. Displacement 9,200 tons. She carries 96 vertical launch cells, currently loaded with 52 SM-2 missiles, 16 SM-6 extended range interceptors, 12 Tomahawk cruise missiles. The AN/SPY-1D radar tracks all 15 drones simultaneously. Fire control solutions calculate in microseconds. Combat Systems Officer reports weapons ready. Captain orders engage at optimal range. This is not an exercise. This is live fire over international waters. Naval Frontline monitors the engagement sequence. At 03:48 a.m., the first SM-2 missile launches. Vertical launch. Rocket motor ignites. Missile clears deck in 2.4 seconds. Guidance system acquires target. Terminal phase begins at 12 kilometers. The drone explodes in midair. Debris falls into the Red Sea. 14 threats remain. Second missile away. Third missile away. Launch interval is 8 seconds per shot. Automated fire control manages the sequence. Human operators supervise but cannot match computer speed. The Aegis system was built for exactly this scenario. Coordinated air defense. Multiple simultaneous engagements. No human can track 15 targets. No human can calculate 15 intercept solutions. The machine does what humans cannot. Naval Frontline tracks the tactical picture. 6 missiles launched. 5 drones destroyed, 1 missile malfunctioned. Hit probability is 83% under combat conditions. Training range probability is 95%. Real world degrades performance, electronic warfare, weather interference, target maneuvers. Nothing is perfect when weapons are live. 2 destroyers, 15 drones. How close is too close? At 03:49 a.m. British destroyer HMS Diamond joins the fight. She operates 22 nautical miles southwest of Carney's position. The Diamond is Type 45 destroyer, displacement 8,000 tons. She carries 48 Sea Viper missiles. Samson radar provides 360-degree coverage. Data links connect both ships. They share tracking information in real time. 1 tactical picture, 2 weapons platforms. Coalition naval warfare at sea. The Diamond engages 3 drones entering her sector. Sea Viper missiles use active radar homing, fire and forget capability, launch and immediately engage. Next target, 3 missiles, 3 kills. The British contribution is flawless. 12 drones down, 3 still inbound. Range to nearest commercial vessel, now 31 kilometers. The convoy includes 4 container ships, 2 oil tankers, 1 LNG carrier. Total value exceeds $800 million. Cargo includes electronics from Asia, grain from Europe, liquefied natural gas from Qatar. Global trade flows through this choke point. Houthi forces threaten that flow. Naval forces exist to protect it. This is sea power. This is deterrence. This is Naval Frontline. At 03:50 a.m., the tactical situation shifts. Radar operators detect second wave. 8 more drones, launched from different location. Coordinates suggest mobile launcher. The Houthis adapt to initial intercepts. They split the attack. They overwhelm defenses with numbers. Classic saturation doctrine, more threats than interceptors. Magazine depth becomes critical factor. The Carney has fired 6 missiles. The Diamond has fired 3. Total expenditure, 9 interceptors. Remaining targets, 11 drones total. The math still favors defense, but margins are tightening. Who holds naval advantage here? A. U.S. Navy. B. China. C. Russia. Think about magazine capacity. Comment now. Naval analyzes weapons inventory. The Carney started with 68 air defense missiles. Current count, 62 remaining. The Diamond started with 48 Sea Vipers. Current count, 45 remaining. Combined defensive capability, 107 interceptors. But not all can reach all targets. Geometry matters, position matters, timing matters. A missile in the wrong location is useless. Both ships maneuver to optimize firing positions. The Carney increases speed to 28 knots. Heading change to 180 degrees. This opens engagement angles for forward launcher cells. The Diamond maintains station to cover southern approach. Together they create defensive bubble, overlapping coverage, mutual support, no gaps for leakers to exploit. At hours 3:51 a.m., the remaining drones reach 15-kilometer range. Close-in weapon systems activate. Phalanx CIWS on the Carney, 20mm rotary cannon, 4,500 rounds per minute, radar-guided, fully autonomous. Last line of defense. The system engages one drone at 3 kilometers. Tracers light up the pre-dawn darkness. The drone disintegrates. Metal fragments splash into water, 1 down. 2 from first wave remain. 8 from second wave inbound. The Carney fires 4 more SM-2 missiles. 3 targets destroyed, 1 missile missed. The errant interceptor self-destructs over open water. Safety protocols prevent ground impact. 10 total drones destroyed by the Carney. 5 destroyed by the Diamond. 4 still active. But what happened during the night shift changed everything. At 02:15 a.m., reconnaissance aircraft detected activity at inland launch sites. Intelligence reports indicated Houthi forces preparing third attack wave. Not drones this time. Anti-ship cruise missiles, C-802 variants, Chinese export models, Mach 0.9 speed, and 20-kilometer range, sea skimming profile. Much harder to intercept than drones. The destroyers received warning 90 minutes before current engagement. They repositioned accordingly. They maintained alert status. They prepared for layered attack. Drones first to deplete magazines. Missiles second to penetrate defenses. Textbook anti-access strategy. Naval Frontline reveals the deeper threat. At 03:52 a.m. radar detects cruise missile launches. 4 contacts, low altitude, high speed, range 95 kilometers, time to impact 6 minutes. The drones were diversion. The missiles are main effort. Both destroyers immediately shift priorities. Remaining drones become secondary concerns. Cruise missiles demand immediate response. The Carney engages with SM-6 interceptors, extended range, high altitude intercept capability. 2 missiles fired, 2 targets destroyed at 60 kilometers. The SM-6 proves its value, long reach, high reliability, but inventory is limited. Only 14 SM-6 remaining on Carney. The Diamond lacks equivalent capability. Sea Viper has 25-kilometer range, insufficient for long-range intercept. She must wait for threats to close. The tactical picture fragments, 2 missiles still inbound. 3 drones still active, multiple threats from multiple vectors. This is the nightmare scenario. Saturation attack working as designed. Is this a warning or the start of something bigger? The Carney fires 2 more SM-6 missiles. 1 cruise missile destroyed. 1 missile evades. It drops to 5 meters above sea surface. Radar cross-section minimal. Sea clutter masks signature. Range now 18 kilometers. The destroyer shifts to SM-2 engagement. 3 missiles fired. The cruise missile maneuvers. First SM-2 misses. Second SM-2 proximity fuse detonates. Warhead fragments damage missile guidance. The cruise missile trajectory destabilizes. It crashes into sea 4 kilometers from nearest tanker. The ship is safe. The threat is neutralized. But the cost is high. The Carney has now fired 15 air defense missiles. The Diamond has fired 8 missiles. Combined expenditure 23 interceptors for 19 targets destroyed. Hit ratio 82%. Acceptable under combat conditions, but unsustainable over multiple engagements. Magazine depth crisis is real. Naval Frontline examines the mathematics of naval warfare. A destroyer cannot be rearmed at sea. Vertical launch cells are reloaded only in port. The Carney must return to Djibouti, 400 kilometers south. Transit time, 14 hours at cruise speed. Reload time, 18 hours with full port facilities. Total time off station, 32 hours minimum. During that window, who protects the shipping lanes? The Diamond can remain on station, but with reduced magazine, she is vulnerable. One more attack wave could overwhelm her defenses. This is the strategic problem. Houthi forces have unlimited drones. They cost $2,000 each. They launch from mobile platforms. They appear without warning. Naval missiles cost $2 million each. Ships carry limited numbers. Each engagement depletes inventory. The economic equation favors the attacker. The geographic equation favors the attacker. The logistics equation favors the attacker. Yet the destroyers remain on station. Naval Frontline speaks with former Red Sea commanders. They describe the operational pressure. You cannot let commerce raiders succeed. You cannot abandon shipping lanes. You cannot concede sea control to non-state actors. So you patrol. So you engage. So you spend million-dollar missiles on $1,000 threats. Because the alternative is worse. If Houthi attacks succeed, insurance rates skyrocket. Shipping companies avoid the Red Sea. Suez Canal traffic drops. Global supply chains reroute around Africa. Transit times increase by 2 weeks. Costs increase by 40%. The world economy suffers for want of naval presence. What does the next move look like at sea? Naval Frontline projects 3 scenarios. Scenario 1, increased presence. More destroyers rotate into Red Sea. Constant coverage, overlapping patrols, magazine depth through numbers. Cost, 12 destroyers committed. Opportunity cost, fewer ships for Pacific. China benefits from U.S. distraction. Scenario 2, offensive action. Strike Houthi launch sites. Tomahawk missiles against mobile launchers. Difficult targeting. Civilian casualty risk. Escalation potential. Yemen becomes direct conflict zone. Iran responds. Regional war possible. Scenario 3, alternative defense. Deploy directed energy weapons. Laser systems already tested. USS Carney could receive upgrade. Unlimited magazine depth. Cost per shot, $1 of electricity. Technology exists. Integration timeline, 6 months. Until then, vulnerability remains. Naval Frontline analyzes current tactical status. At 04:02 a.m. the engagement ends. All drones destroyed, all cruise missiles neutralized, no ships damaged, no casualties, mission success. But at what cost? The Carney expended 15 interceptors. The Diamond expended 8 interceptors. Total 23 missiles worth $46 million. Targets destroyed. 19 drones and missiles worth $2 million total. Exchange ratio 23-1 in favor of attacker economically. This is asymmetric warfare. This is 4th-generation conflict. This is what naval power faces in 2026. Traditional metrics of success no longer apply. Destroyers are technically superior. They won the engagement. But Houthi forces achieved strategic effect. They forced magazine depletion. They demonstrated reach. They threatened commerce. They will attack again tomorrow and the day after, and the day after that. Naval Frontline examines alliance coordination. British and American ships worked seamlessly. Data links functioned perfectly. Communications were clear. Engagement zones were deconflicted. No friendly fire incidents, no confusion. This is the value of NATO interoperability. Decades of joint exercises, common doctrine, compatible systems. When crisis comes, cooperation is automatic, but numbers matter. 2 destroyers cannot cover entire Red Sea. Bab el-Mandeb is 29 kilometers wide. Ships must patrol far beyond the strait. Launch sites range 200 kilometers inland. Attack vectors are unlimited. Geography favors asymmetric tactics. Does this escalate next? The Houthis announced more attacks coming. They claim this is retaliation for regional conflicts. They declare shipping is legitimate target. They promise no vessel is safe. Iran provides the drones, training, intelligence. This is proxy warfare. Tehran tests Western resolve. Washington responds with naval presence. But presence requires sustainability. Sustainability requires magazine depth. Magazine depth requires new technology. New technology requires time. Time is what defenders lack. The next attack wave could launch tonight. Who controls these waters? Right now, it is contested. Commercial ships transit with naval escort. Insurance companies demand protection. Shipping lines reroute when coverage gaps. The Red Sea is partially denied, not closed, not open, somewhere between. This is the new normal. Naval Frontline returns to the fundamental question: can destroyers defend indefinitely against unlimited drones? The answer is no. Not with current weapons, not with current costs, not with current logistics. Something must change. More ships, or different weapons, or offensive strikes, or acceptance of risk. The Carney and Diamond proved their capability. They defended successfully. They demonstrated professionalism, but they also revealed vulnerability. 23 missiles expended in one engagement. Multiply that by 30 days. The math becomes impossible. Naval Frontline tracks the ongoing mission. The Carney remains on station, magazine depleted but operational. The Diamond maintains patrol. Additional coalition ships are en route. French frigate Alsace arrives in 48 hours. Italian destroyer Caio Duilio in 72 hours. The rotation continues, the presence continues, the risk continues. Subscribe to Naval Frontline, where fleets meet first. The front line of sea power. Naval Frontline. The Red Sea remains a front line. Today's engagement is tomorrow's memory. The next attack is already in planning. Drones are already in position. Missiles are already targeted. And destroyers with depleted magazines patrol the strait. This is deterrence in the drone age. This is naval warfare in 2026. This is what Naval Frontline covers. The real confrontations, the actual threats. The ongoing campaigns that never make headlines until something fails. The Carney and Diamond succeeded today. Tomorrow is uncertain. Subscribe to stay informed. Naval Frontline.